what are they? Cute as could be. Boom, 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 boom. Summer days drifting away. But that summer night. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh. Hello, darlings. My name is Artemxs. And thanks for tuning in today. I am back with another pick a card. And we are tapping into who are you summer loving? Like, is it going to be a summer romance or nah? All right. I am going to tap into if you are summer loving. And if so, who is this person? How or why is this connection coming together? And then I'm going to tap into what they think about you, like what they find sexy in you. And yeah, so of course we're going to have 4 piles today because I refuse to do anything less. Here is a clip of the piles. Feel free to pause the video, meditate, figure out which one is calling your name. If you already know the deal. If the message does not fit, it ain't shit. All right. Take the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind. And in the description bar, you'll find the times. And now in the comments too. I will have it pinned for you. So let's get into things. Hello, Pile One. So we are tapping into, are you having a summer love? If yes, what are more details that are going to occur? So like, you know, let's get into things right off the bat. How are you doing? Okay. With this Aries season inching in, with this spring energy coming afoot, with this, you know, warm weather coming up, it's just like good vibes. I hope that energy is spreaded your way also. All right. Pile 1. Begin a summer love or no? Okay. I see some of you have been waiting for the warm weather so you could walk your pet outdoors because we started with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is a hot girl summer. Queen of Wands is bad bitch energy. Okay. So you looking good. You feeling good. You taking charge, all right? I feel like you planning events. Usually your friends be like, oh, come on, tag along, let's go here. And you with the shits, but now you're like, oh, I want to check out this place. I actually want to go here. What's everyone's money looking like? You writing in the group chat like, I got the idea, all right? Oh, and you got the bread too. You can afford these trips, these travels, these outings, all right? We have the 9 of Pentacles here. But to be honest, just with these 2 cards right here, this is the energy of I don't need a man. I don't need somebody in my life. I got it on my own. I'm wealthy. I'm luxury. I'm successful on my own. I'm the baddest bitch on the block. I don't need nobody. But maybe you want them there. Maybe you want some eye candy. Maybe you don't want to be tanning on the yacht alone. You know, we'll see what comes out. But it's really giving the energy of just going out, having fun, drinking if that's your vibe, natural high if that's your vibe, whatever the case may be. But if the sun's out, buns out. All right, no. If the sun's out, you're outside. You're like, no time wasted. This warm weather only here for these 96 days. We need to run outside while we can, all right? Then we got the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you want to breathe some fresh air. Winter, I feel the same exact way. Winter be killing the vibe. I don't really like cute winter clothes because I don't like wearing a bunch of layers because then I feel suffocated and then I be getting sensory overload. Then I gotta take all these clothes off, or I'm so fucking cold and it's cold to my bones and I'm like shivering, and it's just never a happy medium. And then I hate turtlenecks because I be feeling like shit is constricting. If it's not a hand, I don't want it there. Like it's just no, it's just too much. And I feel like that's you. Like, it doesn't have to be that exactly, but you kind of been in hibernation mode. You've been in the house. Maybe you've been saving up your coins. You've been waiting to get a new job, like whatever it is. But you could feel the energy is shifting. The planet is rotating. The eclipse is affecting. There's some energy that's causing you to think in a new way where it's like, oh, maybe I should go outside. Maybe I should take a walk. Maybe I should see what this person's doing. Maybe I should visit that new location. Like, exactly. 3 of Wands. You're trying to be out here traveling and moving and grooving. So honestly, the vibe I'm getting is that you are on your Mars energy. Like, you're taking action. You're on the move. You're trying to get things done. Sagittarius energy. You're trying to travel and enjoy other people, but not necessarily keep other people, which is the energy that's coming through. So it's giving me, if you find some summer love, it wouldn't be a love. It would be like a summer moment, a romantic blip, because you're so just busy enjoying yourself that it's like, you know, it's giving me, I see a cute outfit. I see you at the club, but not a club. Don't think like stuffy four walls club. I see you like at an island and they got a club. Well, there's a bar and there's a dance floor. They call it a club, but whatever the case may be. And you know, you dance and you have a good time, and like someone's like sandwiching you and someone's dancing in front of you and dancing behind you, and you're like, it's fine, but okay, that's enough. Like, you know, you don't, it's giving me the energy of you don't want nobody on top of you. You don't want nobody suffocating you. You don't want nobody killing the vibe. And you just want to be able to be independent and do your own thing. And you want to like go off and explore this and not have to check with anybody or not have to like, you know, that's really what's coming through for me. Living your best solo dolo life. It's making me think of how Stella got her groove back. She was like, oh, I'm taking some time off work. And I'm going to just do my thing out here. You know, Whoopi Goldberg was trying to plan and do and structure and coordinate. And she was like, I'm going to just see where the river takes me. We just going to flow as it goes. And next thing you know, she found a man. But I don't think, you know, you're not about to settle down with a Tay Diggs. That's not really what's coming through. You're just trying to live your best life. You're like, I can afford it. We're young. We look good. Let's explore. Let's experiment. Let's, you know, yeah. So if you did have a summer romance, I was going to tap into what they find sexy about you. But since there isn't one, I'm going to just tap into in general this energy, and you're embodying this like energetic, bold confidence. Here I am taking up space vibe. I feel like some of you have really reached your goal again with saving money or with like having your body look a certain way or feeling healthy enough to run down the street and not get winded. Like, I don't know what the case may be. Honestly, I got, not to be all sad and blue, but like, I had got the Rona a few years ago, and I'm not vaccinated or anything like that. Don't start these conversations. This is not what this is about. All right. And I completely survived, and I did lose my sense of taste at one point. It was so scary. I was like, oh my God, to never be able to taste garlic again. Like, please don't let this last forever. But anyway, once I got healed and once I was better, I was like casually skipping steps as I do, and I was winded, and I was like, this is not okay. This is like a respiratory infection, right? Because I can't do this. So I feel like for some of you, it's that energy where it's like, oh, I used to be able to touch my toes. I used to be able to do a cartwheel, a backflip. I used to be able to do something, and that something wasn't achievable. And you like, you know, did the work to feel strong again, to feel grounded, to feel committed to who you are and how you show up, something like that. And now you want to be outside and show it off. Like, you know, you've been in your house, hustling, bustling, doing the push-ups, doing the routines in the night in the little punching bag, you know, whatever it was. The shit has been cooking, the pot has been stewing, the oven's been baking, and ding, dinner is served, dessert is ready, and you ready to, you know, outside. I just see 9:33 on the recording time. But, oh, I was going to say, but this is what I have for you, because I want to keep it short. I want to keep it short. You know, I like to chat. So let's just keep going. What do people, the je ne sais quoi of the world, what do the people find sexy about you? That is what's coming through. I get the energy that I feel like you a girly girl. You don't gotta be, but that's the energy that's coming through. Two cards try to come out. Do I want them? Yes. All right. I don't take doubles. Y'all know that. I just seen 1010 on the recording time. Y'all might have seen that for a while. So we have the World and the Hierophant. The World is more travel energy. You're trying to travel around the world. You're trying to be places. You're trying to experience people. Like, you got life to explore. You're like, see, maybe that's the Rona energy again. I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe Rona has some effect on you or somebody you know or something. And you're like, I've been in the house. I've been scared of people. I've been, you know, keeping my 6 feet. Or I've been I feel like Rona, with that experience, really put some of us in a new routine where we in a house because we're supposed to be in a house. So you're finally, like, for some people, they were itching to go back outside. You know, some people were sick and did not know how to sit that ass down and was still running outside, infecting other people. The disrespect. And you were like, I'm just still clear of all of that. You were someone who was like, oh, we're supposed to stay in the house? Let me stay over here then. Like, some people be fiending for outside. You were like, oh, I could make home my new location. Let's go. We in the crib. And then other people, you know, again, itching to go outside. You gradually got back. But gradual for you wasn't like 6 months. Wasn't like 12 months. Some of y'all been in the house for like 3 years. And now you're like, oh, what's out there? Ooh. Because you know when summer come in, you smell. It depends where you live, but where I live, you smell the barbecue grilling. All right, pinchos is setting afoot. That's like basically, what the fuck is that? Like meat on a stick, like a kebab or something. You know, you smell the kebabs grilling. You smell the salt water in the air. People got their pools out. The cute outfits, the cute people, you know, it's a different vibe. So we outside. So look with these two people, because we tapping into what people find sexy about you. And both of them, their face is covered. So I feel like you are delivering body this summer. It don't matter what your face looks like. You FaceTiming these people showing only body, and they are so mesmerized by the shape of you that they don't give a fuck what's going on in the face department. Like, it's honestly making me think of Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran does sing, and he'll be like, somebody got to be the ugliest in the room, or somebody got to be not as best dressed, or, you know, he's not living to be attractive. I feel like that's a mindset of yours. In the past, you were like, let me do things that would find, like, people would find attractive, or, you know, let me present myself in an attractive way. But now you're kind of like, I'm gonna do what's necessary for me. Some of you didn't want to go to the gym because you were scared you were going to get muscles. Muscles would make you look more masculine, and then masculines wouldn't be as attracted to you. But now you're like in a position where you're like, I want to feel healthy. I want to look good. I want my ass to be fat. There's something going on. Some kind of higher thought where you're like, feel good, look good, act good. That's, you know, and if you're drawn to me, great. And if you're not, okay. I feel like, you know, when you wear cute outfits on the bottom, it don't matter what you wear on the top. You walking around sneakily like as a bad bitch. Like if under here I was wearing lace and like, you know, some underwear that made me feel like a bad bitch. For some of you, y'all always wear, I heard y'all always wear panties. Y'all finally wearing boxers, or some of y'all wear boxers and y'all want to try thongs, like whatever it is. And it's kind of like your own little kept secret, and you walking around like feeling like a bad bitch. Like, that's the type of energy that comes through. So people look at you and they think you're sexy because they're like, oh, I know they look the fuck good under there. I know they would look amazing in lingerie. Like, that body is addy-addying, okay? I feel like what makes you sexy, I feel like you care about your skin. You definitely lotion, or there's something with like bubble baths, or I feel like you make self-care like a ritual, like a routine. It's not just like, oh, I gotta brush my hair, I gotta do these things. It's very much like, oh, I get to caress myself and put lotion on, and I get to clean my face because I love me. I want to make sure I smell good. I feel like you're showing up in the world in a different way. Some of you even have looked, oh my God, it's falling off. Let's just, no, I just seen 1441 on the recording time. It don't give the same effect. No. Do I got a hair tie? I don't. It's just struggle after struggle. Hold on, because this is actually keeping me warm. Little did I know. Little do you know how you something when you something. Channeled song, Little Did You Know, Alex and Sierra. Oh, all right. Alex and Sierra were these people from like American Idol or something who had auditioned together, but they sang Toxic by Britney Spears. Hold on, I gotta get this off my ears. I feel like I'm screaming at y'all. And anyway, they broke up. So I feel like some of you are learning your independence again after being single. So you're like, I just got it out of relationship. I don't need somebody else on top of me. Maybe that's why you got that suffocate energy popping up. Ooh. And also what people find sexy about you, I feel like you wear revealing clothing or you show a lot of skin. So, you know, supposedly shoulders be doing something to people. So, you know, because, okay, we got the body out. We got the sheer. We got the legs out. We got the back out. Okay, it's an experience. I feel like some of y'all got, all right, I'm hearing two different messages. I heard some of y'all got top surgery and finally are going shirtless, but also that some of you have just wanted, like in some cities, some states, you know, you allowed to be topless. You allowed to just have your shit out. But some of you could have small boobs and want to put like boob tape on and still be shirtless. There's something about just having the freedom of being, maybe you're just in your hotel room and you know you're looking over the city line and the sights and you're just like, nakedness, like look at me, look at me. I don't know, something of the sort. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So what people find sexy about you is that some of you are mothers and they're like, you a mom and you look like that, like goddess, like beautiful. Some of you are looking at you like, how can you afford a kid and a BBL and I can't even afford a bagel? Like, it's not adding up, but you look good. But this mother energy and this whole energy of the card is giving me someone from like the 50s, someone old school. I feel like some of you are changing your attire and your attire is something sexy. I'm getting, with this is making me think of, I've been talking way longer than I want to. It's okay. Getting the image of the people, the women who wear the little like garter belt thing around their leg. And that's not something modern. That's something, you know, old fashioned, but it's still sexy because it gives like that appeal, that almost. Same thing like this. With this, it gives that almost of like, what is down here. And then with these two cards in the beginning, this gives very much like shaggy, oversized type of something. Okay, so this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hello, Pile 2. So we are tapping into if you are going to have a summer love, and if you are, who are they? Why are they? Like, how did this relationship come together? And what do they find sexy about you? So let's see if you will be in some type romantic intimacy come summer. Pile 2. Too many cards. Okay. I tried to put that one card back and then this card popped up. So we have the Hangman. I feel like some of you didn't want a relationship and you're going to be looking at things different. You could see the excitement of being. I heard my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell me how I became somebody else's bitch. Like, how did I end up in this connection? How did I end up on a ball and chain? Like, you thought relationships were this, and you were like, how am I now connected to this? And then we have the Well. A lot of major arcanas. I feel like this is a major summer for you. The Well is about creation, is about birthing something new and nurturing that creation. It's the point where everything comes together. So yeah, you have this new perspective on relationships. Then something like this, even though it's water, it's making me think of a smell. You know, in like cartoons, when the smell comes and like catches their nose and like drags them all the way to where they're going. I feel like it's like that. You're going to get a whiff of love and it's going to be like, oh yeah, great, so awesome. I hear you. Yeah, I do. Do you smell that? What is that? Who is that? Like, it's going to be, ooh. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Oh, Okay, I see. With the Ten of Wands, the first thing I think of is duty, the obligation. I feel like you never wanted to have the obligation of having the title of partner, of boyfriend, of girlfriend, because then there's expectations. And then we have Two of Pentacles, which is hard to balance sometimes. It requires a lot of multitasking, flexibility, sacrifice. You're just like, none of that sounds appealing. The fuck, like... Why is this something I would want to participate in? But I also feel as though with the Ten of Wands, too many cards. The Ten of Wands could also be about delegation. So if you say you need help, if you say you don't understand, you know, I don't see how this, you know, but you could be adaptable. You could find the right footing and find your balance. Very much communication is required here. And I feel like you're a good communicator about things you have to say. You have the urge to say something, you say it, but not with the things you feel. And we have the Five of Swords, which could mean regret, but also means surrender. Confirmation. I got a text. It says, can you check under my bed to see if something is there? And it's giving me the impression that you're kind of like checking under your bed and you're like, let me make sure there's no monsters are here. Let me make sure it's safe within the connection, because you don't want to do something you regret. But you're also like, let me just surrender to wherever this may take me, because this doesn't happen often. Wait, who are you? Wait, what did you say? Wait. Run that back? Like, where'd you come from? You don't experience that type of, let me reconsider everything I stand for right now moments often. So when they do happen, you should definitely do that, right? Let me actually check on this though. 1 second. So yeah, what was I saying? I think you'll get a text. I believe you'll get a text or some form of communication that'll be like, hey, let's move forward with this. And you may just reconsider everything you've been standing on. Which is that you're not built for relationships or blah, blah, blah. Exactly. Eight of Wands. Things are in motion. So, do I want one more card or is that enough? We could get one more. What the heck? Okay, yeah. Page of Swords. You're curious about this person, this connection, where things could lead, if things may be different. So instead of like sitting out and pouting and regretting, because if you're going to regret either way, theoretically, and we also have Ace of Swords trying to pop out at the bottom, which again is a new way of thinking, flipping your perspective. So you're kind of like, if I'm gonna regret it anyway, I might as well regret acting on it. I might as well regret going for it than regret sitting on the sidelines when it really comes time to think about it in a few years. Like, don't let these people walk away from you. So yeah, I feel like you're curious, you're being talkative, which is good. You're being emotionally vulnerable, you're being communicative. You're like, okay, let's explore. Let's see where this can get me. Let's see if this is just for a summer fun fling or if it could last in reality. I feel like some of you convince yourself like, oh, it's not that bad. This is just for the summer. And then there's a movie like this where they make a pact and they're like, oh, let's agree. This is just for the summer. I'm moving. I'm going to college. I'm doing this. I'm doing whatever. And maybe that's what you tell yourself to not feel so scared again by the obligations and expectations. But I think you're going to very much so enjoy yourself in this experience. But let's tap in, because I didn't get to dive in deep with pile one, if we want to be completely honest, just give you a little tea, okay? They weren't giving summer romance energy, but you are. So now we can, let it unfold into the next part. That car is driving me fucking crazy. That's you've been stalling and you're waiting for that click over, that something that makes you want to run your engines. So pile two, are they summer loving? We have depressed, isolated, help, number 11, and Exactly. It's giving me the impression that that is you. You are kind of maybe a little bit depressed, feel like something's missing, isolated, and you want to interact with others. Maybe you're just used to people leaving. That's why you don't want to. Abandonment issues or something like that. You don't want to, you know, experience this. But we also have beginnings, willingness, opportunity. So, you know, you have the control. The free will is yours to be willing to try this opportunity, to have this beginning for this connection. And then look, we have 11, which comes down to 2, and then we have 2 and 3, and it's like this is the next right step from being by yourself and closed off to, you know, being more open. It gives me the impression where someone who like sits crossed arm, and that's like a subconscious tell that you don't want to interact with people, that you're kind of like at a distance from them, and it's you making that step to like be more open. I feel like you're the type of person who, if someone asks you a question, then you give information. But if someone doesn't ask, you don't say anything. You're very much like don't speak unless spoken to type of vibe. And I feel like you're breaking out of that by being more talkative, more curious, more engaging. And not engaging in the point where people have to find me attractive. People have to find me entertaining. I have to put a show on for people. It's my duty to show up in these ways. It's engaging more just like in, oh, I have something to say. Oh, this is how I feel in this situation. Oh, conversation and community requires, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the point of hanging out with friends? What's the point of hanging out with other people? What's the point of being in the community if you're not going to show up as you, you know? All right. Anyway. Yeah, you're ready to begin again. You're ready to go outside. That truck is killing me. This block, my grandparents' house, great-grandparents' house technically, is so noisy. They live across the street from a Jack and Jill ice cream like place, and it makes me think that you are under the impression that you have to fit the structure and the construct of relationships, but a relationship is a contract between two people to interact in a certain way. So a lot of people have told you can't go, like it has to be a dinner date to be official, or you have to be intimate for it to be considered a real relationship, something like that. And I feel like you want to do like innocent things, which are like go to a coffee shop or go get ice cream or go take a walk in the park, like stuff like that. And it's kind of like, I love that stuff. So it's kind of like that is totally fine and okay, and you find your own pace and you get the relationship to fit you, okay? The duty to the relationship is that you show up and you are your complete authentic self, and you are ready to listen and pour out love and receive that in return, like the reciprocity of listening and being heard, but also speaking up for what you need and giving love just as much as you get the love. And anything else is not required. I don't know where I was going with that. I can only tune into this truck. Oh my gosh, maybe that's you. You guys can only tune into the sound of garbage, to this one fucking view of how relationships are. Relationships are supposed to be this, relationships aren't that, but you have to do this, but you're expected to do that, but you're required to do that. If they want those requirements, if they want those expectations, they could find it somewhere else. If they want the basic package, they could find a basic bitch. But if you are deluxe, if you are intricate, if you are puzzling, mystifying, if you are different, obviously the relationship's going to be different. And anyone who shows up attempting to be your equal needs to mirror that back accordingly, or they're not the one for you. Whew. Will pilots who find love this summer? We have Mars with action. Mars is Aries energy, okay? It says desire, impulse, courage, strength, sex drive, excitement, thirst. Yeah, I feel like somebody gets you sprung, gets you a little thirsty. You know, you're like, eye candy. They don't live in this city because I've never seen them before. Oh, smell good. It's taller than me. Open-minded. I'm sorry, what did you say? Did I just hear you say that gay people deserve rights? Like, you know, because when you are used to a certain wave of people, a certain sound, you just automatically tune it out. That when something frequencies, you know, when something's a little different, a little out of the ordinary, it's like your ear perks up. Like, who? But you? Huh? Oh, I need to get to know you. Run that back over here. So I feel like, again, with action, it goes back to the willingness. Like, could you find love this summer? You completely can if you are willing to put yourself in a position that you're not used to. If you're willing to get out of isolation and into a sense of community. Like, how are you going to find the people if you're not out in the public? All right, and who is this person that pile 2 is connecting with? Aquarius! I was getting this energy as soon as I said community. Look, right here. Community. It says friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, the future, experimentation. Yeah, you're like, let me have a little experiment. To all the boys I loved before, okay? Let me write up this little contract, and this is what we agree to. I agree to text you every day after 5 p.m. I agree to sleep over your house once a week. You're gonna respect me by not even bringing up the topic of sex, at least for a year. Like, I don't know what y'all into. Structure it accordingly. Like, that goes back to the communication energy. Let your insecurities be known. Let your struggles be known. Let your desires, like the card said, be known so that people know where they stand. Because if someone comes over and they're trying to caress you, and next thing you know, you ready to rumble because they don't know that you have a boundary about being touched, or they don't know that you are touch deprived. So like, little thing, you know, you're trying to start out holding hands and build yourself up. You're trying to go from friends to best friends, and then y'all could develop into somebody who might date somebody. Like, I don't know what the case may be, but you got to make sure that y'all goals are the same, common goals. All right. So yeah, I get the energy that the person crushing, I mean, not crushing, that's not what we're talking about. Summer love. The person you're going to get in a summer love with is somebody you see out in the community. It could be a friend of a friend. It could be your friend, but it's someone who's a little original, someone who's out there, someone who's cut from a different cloth, which is exactly why they can handle you, which is why they're not looking for the basic package. They are someone who is up there, out there, exceptional, and they're looking for the same. And you is who they spotted, okay? How? Why is this connection coming to be? Because pile 2 is a little nervous. And crazy is, look, you depressed, isolated, need help, 11. And look, Aquarius energy is 11th house. Aquarius knows how to be isolated. They know how to be to themselves. So I feel like, don't get in a connection and you think you're going to lose your sense of self, or you're going to lose your independence, or you feel like you can't do your own thing. You better be vocal with an Aquarius, because an Aquarius is begging for free time. They are going to be like, oh, actually, that's perfect, because Monday, I was thinking about staying the fuck home all day, and you could stay in your house all day and enjoy your time. Like, that is totally fine with me. I feel like it also gives the energy, this card is next. Uranus, which is Aquarius energy. This says originality, innovation, experimentation, again, diversity, surprise, breakthrough. I feel like you're gonna meet them. It could literally be out anywhere, but again, you are going to notice them. They're, the way they speak, the way they act, the way they dress, something is going to be a surprise. Something is going to be, again, like, who is you here on spring break? Is you out here visiting? I mean, we talking about the summer, but you know, whatever. Is you out here visiting because you is not a local? You is not from here. I know, because I would have been peeped you, been asked for your number, been spit game, been, you would have been caught my eye. I could have been crushing on you for 6 years now, and you would have never known. And my crush is just starting today, but it's okay. It's okay. Some of you can meet through social media or like dating apps, because we have technology on here. Honestly, I don't think you're going to meet many Aquariuses through a dating app, because they be trying to be, you know, have that original meet cute of like bumping at you at the bookstore or something. But I can't speak for all of them. So dating apps, I can see that, because we do have technology here. I feel like with diversity, they could be, you know, not the same races you, like an interracial type of connection or something. But yeah, you're gonna be summer loving on a little weirdo. That's so cute. I want one. Okay, and what do they find sexy about you? What does pile 2's boo find sexy about them? Pile 2 summer love. All right. There's Danny Zuko. What does they find sexy about pile 2? They oozing sex appeal in just what way? All right. Queen of Wands. You are weird, and the way you own your weird and you rock your confidence is something that very much intrigues them. They very much like your skin. You could have vitiligo, you could have freckles, you could have just be super well fucking moisturized. This little black cat being a little occult, a little different, a little witchy, they think that's super sexy. The way that you run your shit, own your shit, is giving bad bitch energy. You ooze confidence and boldness, and they find that very attractive. You don't step away from like power or being in charge. They like that. We also have 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is about competition. And I feel like for you, there is no competition. And if there was, you, it's making me think of Cardi. I'm getting better and betterer. I do not see no competitor. So it's like, who else is there? If not me, you're competing with yourself. And I feel like they peeped us. For some of you, they could have been your friend for a while, or again, a friend of a friend. So they're familiar with you, and they're like, they've seen your evolution and your growth of change. And they're like, exactly, there is no competition. Because again, the basic packages are everywhere. You could find anybody that acts like anybody, that dresses like everybody, that, you know, everyone got the same, what I heard, stamp on their face. Everyone does the same look. Everyone, you know, is just repetition like this. All of these black outfits, repetition. So of course you're going to recognize that one person that's different, that one person that's standing out. And that's you. So I feel like you're very equal on that aspect of things. Like, you're like, I'm such a weirdo, I couldn't show up in a regular relationship the way I'm supposed to. And they see you and they're like, wow, they're a weirdo. They won't show up in a regular relationship the way you're supposed to. Like, the thing you think you're going to be denied for is exactly why this person likes you, or that's exactly why this attraction happens. You're looking for someone who doesn't fit the basic mold when it comes to dating and the, you know, how the interaction of the sexes, of the intimate stuff. Why I can't talk. Why? You guys think the same, okay? So when you imagine being in a relationship, don't imagine yourself being in a relationship with a Ken doll, because that is what scares you. That's what builds your fear up. That's what makes you like, how is this going to operate? You got to imagine someone who is like you. Someone, first of all, who encourages you to get out of isolation is amazing. Not encourages you, but like wants to. You're like, I think your friends are like, you want to go out? You're like, I think I'm gonna stay home. You know, this is my favorite place to be. Like, it's okay. And then they're like, Henry's gonna be there. And you're like, matter of fact, let me go outside. Like, you know, and things can't get you outside. Maybe sushi could get you outside. Maybe a good meal could get you outside. But most things don't get you out the house. This person is getting you out the house, getting you in the community, getting you gifts. Okay. Okay. Yes, but they love that you are different. You are out of the box. Ooh. All right. And then we have the 9 of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. They like that. You're fiery. You're sassy. You're spicy. Fire sign energy is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And that's funny because air and fire go really good together. So it's kind of like you flame their fire, because fires need air to, like, you know, breathe or whatever. And then something about a warm breeze. Man, I don't freaking know. I don't really remember right now. I feel like I've been talking to y'all forever, and that's really what's in the back of my head, because I thought I was going to keep this kind of short. But we know I be chatting. So with the 9 of Wands, what they find sexy about you, I feel like sometimes you do the whole tomboy look. Like, when you do have like your feminine features, you do a little peekaboo of stuff. You're like, all right, let me show a little cleavage, or have my stomach out a little bit, show a little leg, like you do some type balance, you know? But then sometimes you'll tap into your masculinity and you're like, let me wear some Doc Martens, let me wear some fucking high top Vans, let me get a little bit more masculine. Like when you do both, they like your balance, they like your yin and yang, is what I hear. Yeah, but this is what I have for you, Pile 2. Be open to new, especially when it looks as good as you. Like, that's what I heard. Like, you're gonna be, again, you're not someone who's very, I feel like you're honest, but you're very reserved. And this person is gonna, okay, you're an introvert, you're reserved, yes, but maybe around your friends, the people you feel comfortable with, you're more like an open book. And with this person, more immediately than others, you're gonna feel like that open book energy where you could just be like, again, I feel like in a typical situation where maybe you like someone, you're like, I'm gonna just keep it to myself, because clearly it gotta just be physical, or like maybe I'm never gonna meet them again, or maybe it's not gonna work out, or I'm gonna find them annoying in a few weeks, so why even start it up? And you might look at your friend like, oh, they're super cute, but you know, you're not really actively trying to take action on your desire, on the impulse to know them. But with this person, is going to be very comfortable to be like, I don't even do this often. Like something about them like helps you gather strength and makes you want to take action. Like, I'm gonna put my big girl pants on and get this done. And it's like tapping them on the shoulder on some, like, if this sounds forward, my bad, but like, who are you? Can I get to know you? Can I get to know you further than as much as I do right now? And for some of you, you could have just met them, and for some of you, that could be a friend, and you're like, can we go beyond this? Because am I wrong, or there's this desire here? Like, yeah, but they like that you take the lead. They like that kind of like dominance, because again, a Queen of Wands is someone who rules. So when you gather your strength to be bold, they think that's so sexy. And that's why there's no competition, because a lot of feminines are like, let me wait right here for the approach, let me twiddle my thumbs until they recognize me, let me brush up against the shoulder. But it's not, you know, being, and you're someone who's like, I see it, I want it, I got it. Like, I saw you, I want you, I took action, here I am, what are we gonna do about this? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I wish you the best of luck. This is going to be so fucking amazing. I see such a great balance here. And what's the worst that can happen? All right, regret the things you do, not the things you don't. So good luck, and thanks for watching. And if you like the vibe, subscribe to the tribe, and otherwise I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. So this is actually my first time drinking water. As you can see, the cup is filled. So I want you guys to remember to hydrate, especially in the summer. Okay, have water at the ready. Freeze a water bottle and keep it with you, so by the end of the day it melts. Make sure you have your SPF and your sunblock and all the things. Like, keep your skin hydrated, you hydrated, your hair hydrated. That's what I'm hearing. It's a lot about hydration coming through. I also saw something when I was shuffling the cards about masculinity. There's a lot of masculine energy popping up. There could be a possibility of 3 suitors, but that is just, again, from shuffling. That wasn't like the legit cards that came out. So let's tap in. Okay. We're going to tap in to see if you're going to have a summer love. And then if you are, we'll follow up with details like who they are and how is this connection coming to surface and what they think is sexy about you. So before we get ahead of ourselves, even though I was picking up on 3 suitor energy, let's confirm with the cards. So Pile 3 out. Ready already. The moon. We outside. We outside at nighttime because the freaks come out at night. All right. That is what I'm hearing. The moon energy is also Cancer and Pisces energy, which is making me think that an ex could come back. Or you could be spending a lot of time in somebody's homes. Sleepovers in somebody's home is what's coming through. So maybe you pick one of these 3 suitors. I'm also getting the energy is something about insecurities or something about Let me think. It's making me think like if your ex does come back, insecurities about how they might react, or how they might react moving forward, or how your friends might react to the news, something like that. And you see where my finger is? This card wants to come out, so we're gonna take it. Ooh, there's two. It's the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups. These, we want both of them. Do we want the Two of Cups? Do we want the Queen of Cups? Okay, we do want both of them. Definitely getting a summer romance. Let's just start right there with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about intuition. So it's kind of like you have insecurity and then you have your intuitions. You have, it's making me think of Selena, when Selena is on the roof and she's like, sometimes I stare up at the moon and I stare up at the stars and I just wonder like, wow, what is there? What else is out there? And it's making me think of, if you do go back with your ex, you're kind of in the idea, in the realm of question of kind of like, okay, I know what I'm getting out of them. It's familiarity, but what else is out there? Something new could be out there, because it's kind of like insecurity versus intuition. So in intuition is inner knowing what's going to occur, and insecurity is fear of what might occur. So it's kind of like follow your intuition, that maybe your insecurity is confirmed that yes, this will turn out the way you think it will, especially when it comes to your ex. And some of you need to release your insecurity and just follow intuition. And it's kind of like, you know if you're supposed to be in this setting, in this environment. But Queen of Cups also is coming, empathy, love, intuition, your subconscious. And I did mention 3 suitors. So maybe 1 suitor is your ex, 1 suitor is that person you're sleeping over. Oh, I heard for some of you, you're sleeping over your ex's house at night. Late night booty calls are coming through. I told you the free comes out at night, and you have insecurities if this is something you should pursue. Like maybe you told yourself it's just a physical thing, or like, you know, you're trying to convince yourself your emotions aren't in it, but maybe you are in deeper than you think you are. But with Two of Cups, there is a romantic connection that can surface this summer. One that you want to be in, a healthy, happy, harmonious connection between 2 people. It could surface in Leo season. This line is really jumping out at me. Leo season is August mostly, but also the end of July, like the last week of July. So that could be, again, when this connection comes to light. I feel like you know what connection is going to, it should be someone taking their cup and filling up yours, or even having you overflowing with love. So I feel like if you don't receive that from your ex, then they're not the right person for you. Late at night when all the world is sleeping, I stayed up and dreamed of you, and I still can't believe that you came up to me and said I love you. 'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight. I feel like if you go to bed thinking about them, dreaming about them, hoping to marry them, you know, they're the one for you. As far as your ex goes. For some of you, maybe even a few dates in, you're like, oh, I could see how I could get lost in the sauce. Like, I could see how I could be so, I heard enraptured by this person. I don't know if that's the right word, though. And with these like snakes in the background, I feel like there's 2 snakes. Again, there's 3 suitors. 2 of them are snakes, and one of them is obviously the tea, all right? And then we got the Two of Wands. 2 of Wands is about making decisions, planning for the future, which for me goes back to that marriage energy. Something about who you can see with long term. Who can you see? You can see planning a future. I feel like this could be more than just a summer love. It could start out as a summer love. Yes, the King of Pentacles. This is one of the cards I saw when I was shuffling. I feel like the King of Pentacles could be who you're looking for. Pentacles energy is earth signs. Earth signs is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. And remember, we also have Pisces and Cancer energy that popped up. And with the Queen of Cups, we could throw all water signs in there. So also Scorpio. I feel like, yeah, someone's going to be reliable, dependable, a good work ethic, like a solid home life, which means don't live with their mom, maybe have a roommate, most likely lives on their own. has a job, makes money, is a provider, very much provider energy. If your ex could barely provide for the child that he helped you consummate, what's the word that's coming out? That he helped co-create, okay? If he living at home with his mom, if he a scrub, if he in the passenger side of his boy's ride, okay, that's not the one for you. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's half the group. Half the group is like baby dad energy, or like a quarter of the group, and the rest of the group, you know, it's just like general. It's just general insecurities, fears about what could occur. But intuition will lead you to the right person. Or maybe you're just scared about choosing the wrong person. I just seen 56:33 on the recording time. All right, let's keep going. Pile 3. Are they summer loving? Who are they loving this summer? Will there be a summer romance for pile 3? Tell me more. Tell me more. 2 cards. Do I want them both? I want this one. I want this one. I'll take this one. We have number 28, the hair. It says otherworld, shape-shifting, fertility. With this one, it's like something already is going to shatter your bubble. Okay, if this is like your comfort zone, something's going to come and like rupture that. But for the best way. And we also have number 13, the green man. It says nature connection source. So yeah, that definitely confirms there's going to be a connection, a romantic spark. And if you choose to let them in your bubble, things can really shapeshift. With fertility here, that goes back to baby dad energy for me. But with shapeshift, it's like if you let them in your bubble, if you let this connection flourish, things can really change. Change for the better. There's something around darkness, okay? Like right here. Hold on. Right here. Exploring the dark. Something about being in the dark. Exploring in the dark. If they hit you up as a booty call, if they hit you up only at night, they're not the one for you. All right. All right. So will they find love? So, I mean, it don't gotta be love, but you know, I mean, it is love, for real. With this 2 of Cups energy, it is love. So either you already love your ex, or you're easily gonna fall fast for this person. Not fall fast. I feel like you're gonna be a little hesitant. Your insecurities are gonna get the best of you for a little while. But then when you really plan for the future and you kind of map out what you want that to look like, and you let your guard down and you follow intuition, you're kind of like, I can connect with this. And once you allow that to happen, then I feel like you fall fast. And not fall fast. Falling in love is scary, but staying in love seems warm and cuddly, and like that's something you could totally get behind. These 2 people, I feel like your person can have a beard. They could be older than you, or at least more mature than you. Because look, both of these people have a beard and gray hair. Maybe they used to have long hair and they cut it and maybe it's shorter now, but it's definitely giving me grown man status. Okay. Will pile 3 be summer loving? Will pile 3. Too many cards. Oh. Mystery. All right. It says the unknown source. All right. We got source twice. Hold on. Source right here and right there. We have the intuition again, inner knowing again. Okay, the cosmos with source and mystery and cosmos. 2 of Cups is definitely like giving divine partnership, soulmate energy. So I feel as though you're definitely meant to meet this person. Even connecting with them could feel very like psychically in tuned. Who is this person? Okay, there is 3 suitors. So who is the top dog? Who's the winner? Wasn't we talking about marriage, y'all? Right here. Marriage. It says partners, best friends, marriage, relationship, sharing. Some of you is already in a relationship. And you got some little scraggler stalkers trying to disrupt your connection. Don't let them. Okay. The grass ain't greener on the other side. Don't let them come into the business. Some of you are scared about moving forward with your best friend, and you know things click so effortlessly in the connection you're in that you're like, will I ruin things if we push this further and develop further into the relationship? I feel like there could be a connection here for realsies. But this is also Libra energy. And this is honestly the card I pulled for will you be in a relationship? And it's just obviously yes, you will be relating with someone in a partnership, companionship, marriage, relationship, whatever you classify and call it as. There will be something. It could be a friends with benefits situation for some of you. Who is this person? Who is the main person? And with the X energy, this could be someone you already have been related to in the past. Y'all have relations. Who is this person with pile 3? We have Sagittarius energy. It says adventure, higher education, spiritual quest, risk-taking, faiths, beliefs. I feel like some of you are in a connection, and in the summer you might get proposed to, or it might ascend to a higher level of commitment. Take that risk to move into, further the connection. I'm telling you, a small portion of you are going to take the risk of getting back with your ex. I feel like once you're in the relationship and you see that things are the same, you will dismiss yourself from that connection. How? Why is this connection forming? Oh, Sagittarius energy again. It says you guys could go to a carnival or a casino or I heard Cape May, I heard circus, and I heard concert. It says enthusiasm, travel, potential, teaching, exploration, expansion, foreign cultures. You could be meeting someone outside of your race, like an interracial connection. Honestly, as soon as I saw this card, I thought that, because this is black cup, this is a white cup. I thought interracial, but I think that every time. So I didn't say anything. I'm always like, oh, interracial connection. It's an interracial connection. Some people like dating in their race. I mean, why? But whatever. So why this connection? How is this connection coming? You're in the mood to expand past your comfort zone. Maybe this is you and this is your ex. Your ex keeps you in the dark, but this new thing is coming to shatter your familiar and makes you want to explore. It makes you want to see what else is out there. And you're you see potential in this suitor. You feel like you're ready to give them a chance. That's why. You see them and you're like, you coming at me different. You coming at me respectful. You coming at me on my level. Something. There's again, you imagine the future and your future spouse, your future partner, and what you want that to be or what you want that to look like. And then you see this person and they are showing up as that person. And you're like, let me not block a blessing when I see it. Hello, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. All right. And what do they find sexy about you? Which deck do I want? What does pile 3's suitor find sexy about them? We have the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the Strength card, which is funny because that's Leo energy, and I told you that that lion stuck out to me. And what do they find sexy? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Right? On the board, we have 7, 6, 8, 5. And then your suitor makes 9. And then we have the Sun, which is more Leo energy. You're very bright. They find your positivity infectious. And then we also have the 7 of Swords. So, okay. We have the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the Strength card, and the 5 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 7 of Swords. They like... Okay, what do they find sexy about you? They like that you don't wallow in your sadness. Yeah, you might have insecurities, you might have things that keep you down, but for you, those are things you need to chase down, track down, things you need to conquer so that they don't hold something over your head, is what I'm hearing. You're always trying to find solution, resolution. I feel like you wear jewelry, you have nice, well manicured hands. Some of you could play the piano or play an instrument. That's something that's jumping out at me. You're very strong physically in your body and mentally. I feel like you're tall. And they find that sexy. I feel like you appear small, or you appear innocent, or you appear like you are easily taken advantage of. But you're like a little firecracker, and you... I'm getting the impression that you look like really small, innocent, and again, able to take advantage of. And then someone goes to attack you and you flip them over. Like, you know, Krav Maga, or you know, self-defense classes, or you have a really like boisterous voice that's like, oh, no, thank you, I don't want any. And someone's like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? And you're like, no, that's fine, I don't need any. And they're like, oh, I think this little lady wants some. And they're like, you're like, did you hear what I said? I said I don't want any. And your future partner is just in the back like, I tried to tell you, like, you should have left them alone. You should have left it alone. You're very, like, big things could come in small packages type of energy. You are more than what meets the eye. That's what's coming through. They like that. They find it sexy that you know how to... what's the word? Either you know how to budget, you know how to be frugal, or you know how to invent. And what do I mean by that is, like, I feel like you're not high maintenance, and they like that. There's some people who need Fendi and Mugler and have to have this NARS lip tint and have to have all of these labels and brands and things. And you're very much someone that's like, does it smell good? Okay, I don't care if your cousin made it in their kitchen. I don't care if I bought it off this oil stand, or, you know, it's on sale at this place. Like, if it does the job, it'll get it done. That's very much you. I feel like you could have grown up in like poverty or like low income housing. So you've learned how to invent, how to finagle certain things. So like, I see a vision of you and your partner sitting watching TV, and you see a commercial for s'mores, and they're like, oh, I wish we had an open grill and we could have like s'mores right now. And you're like, say less. And you go in the kitchen, and you already have all the tools and the chocolate and the stuff, and you move the casing for the burner, and you turn on the flame on the stove, and you're like, look, s'mores are right here. And then you come back to the movie, and you know, like, here, s'mores, like, you wanted it, boom, it's delivered. Like, you know how to finagle. They like that ingenuity. Is that the word I'm thinking of? Or like that innovative, that kind of like inventiveness to find resources to accomplish your goal. They like that you're like a ball of light. You don't let things steal your shine. And if you do, it's not for too long, this darkness, okay? You just need a little nap. You just need a warm hug. You just need, you know, a helping hand. And you're like, Okay, I'm back. I'm better than ever. With this Seven of Cups card, it's giving me the impression that you are honest and aligned, especially with Sagittarius energy. They've definitely like a truth speaker. And again, I feel like you have no problem holding your tongue or saying what's what. I feel like you could be manipulative, but they like that about you. Like you being in that situation where you appear innocent and, you know, like someone could take advantage of you. You kind of play into that role and you manipulate the situation further. Like,
oh, you think I'm innocent? Oh, maybe I can't do it. Maybe it's too much for little old me.
And then you punch him in the face and you're like,
did that hurt? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know girls were capable of such strength. That's what you said, right?
Like, they like that you feed into the role before you show like your honesty. You're like a little secret agent is what I heard. But yeah, you're just a joy ball of light. And you don't let anyone steal your shine. Not even yourself and your insecurities and your doubts. You always find a way to overcome and push through and keep going. And you wear a lot of jewelry and they like that. And yeah, this is what I have for you. Pile 3, thank you so much for watching. If you like the vibe, subscribe to the tribe. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye! Hello, Pile 4. So we are tapping into if you're going to be summer loving this season or no. Honestly, when I was shuffling and tapping into your energy, it was giving me the impression that you are tired. You're ready for a fucking nap. You're like, I'll work. All right? I don't got time for this summer romance, this summer fling. It's also making me think, I heard someone say, I'm the reason y'all could turn up this summer. Like when people go to the club, people go to the restaurants and they're rowdy and they're packed. You're the one serving. You know, you're the bartender or the server or the security or something. You're like, everyone's trying to live this Hollywood movie fantasy of a perfect summer and I'm in the production, okay? I'm making sure you have the glitz and glamour you're looking for. Okay, Pile 4. Maybe you'll fall in love with someone in the industry. Is that a problem? Or a patron? Because honestly, the first impression I got is I was watching Chicago Fire, and if you watch that show, damn near everybody in the firehouse dated each other. It's like celebrities. They all date each other's exes in the same, because the circle's so small. So maybe for you, the people who are awake between 6 p.m. and 4 a.m. is a small pool of window of people. So you have to get in where you fit in. Like, I'm not sure. Let's go and tap in. I got my little layout of, you know, how this is going to go down. So for Pile 4, are they going to be summer loving? 2 cards, too many. Pile 4. Okay. We have the 4 of Cups. Yeah. It's giving boredom. It's giving dissatisfaction. Knight of Wands. Impulse. Adventure. I feel like I already know the story, but let's keep seeing. Because it's giving... Oh. But a king is surfacing. So, something could occur. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to summer romances, that's kind of like, it leaves you bored. It's just a season, you know? So it's kind of like, it's not enough for you to even take off work. You're like, you know how much money I can make in the summer? Take off work to go on a date, go to work and get some bread. Like, you know? You don't see how it could go any other way. You sometimes are a little bit impulsive and you do want a little sense of it, like romantic adventure and to be whisked away. But maybe you could afford to be whisked away for a night. Because again, you're like, I gotta work tomorrow. So like, let's make this snappy. I feel like you don't got time for the glitz and glam. You're like, get to the point. Tell me what you're looking for. Which is very much the King of Swords energy. I feel like King of Swords, by the way, is air signs, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I feel like someone's going to come in, be very vocal, very communicative, very honest. And they're like, as much as I would love to wine and dine you, as much as I would love to whisk you away for a weekend getaway, this is how much time I have available. The time I have available, I would like to spend with you. And if it's okay with you within that time, can we do XYZ? And I feel like you like that directness, that assertiveness, right off the bat. It's giving me the impression where someone's like, okay, I see you. I like you. Can we hook up tonight? If that's too far, I would still like to take you to dinner. I would still like to catch a drink. I would still like to catch you on an off day. I see someone come up to you and they're like, I'm polyamorous, or I have a wife, but we're looking for a third. This is what we require. This is what you want, and it don't got to be something to that extreme. But the person that I feel is surfacing this summer is very much, this is what I got. This is what I can offer. And this is what's available. And it's not that you necessarily, again, are looking for a relationship or looking for a one night stand or looking for something, but you appreciate that direct communication where you're like, I might do this just to deal with you because this is very mature of you. Like, I don't find this often. Then we got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about travel, making plans, follow through. I feel as though I feel like you're dissatisfied either way. When it comes to the dating game or like your romantic connections, they're not where you want them to be. But it's better than nothing. It's giving me like a job. Like maybe you don't want to work where you're working, but it's good pay. So you're like, it's better than nothing. There are worse things. There are worse things I could do than get with a boy or two. Even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good, I suppose it could be true. I could flirt with all the guys, wait around for Mr. Right, take those showers every day, and tear my heart away on a dream I never knew. But to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do. Darling, I love you. I will always love you. Thank you. The way my brain works, the way ADHD works, it's like a musical jukebox song association game at any given moment. So if anything, I'm constantly holding myself back from singing, not the other way around. So it's you. I feel like you love really easily. So if anything, you're holding yourself back from giving because you know how you could just fall into it. So it's giving me the impression where someone's like, oh, let's make plans. And you're like, okay. And you say yes to them, but you know it usually falls through. So like you have no expectations. You have no hopes. You're just waiting to be disappointed. So you're like, okay, yeah, we can make that plan. We'll see if you actually come back here tomorrow and hook up with me like you say you will. So the fact that this person is so honest and so like forthcoming, you're just kind of like, I want to see if you mean what you say. I want to see if this is for real. And then we have the Queen of Swords. That is a fucking set. The King and the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're going to go into this with this happy-go-lucky, this is just a joke. This is just a summer romance. This isn't going to last. And it really turns into something. You, air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I seen 122 on the recording time. You are very attracted towards direct communication and honesty. You're like...
Demonstrations of emotional maturity? No way.
To feel the need to not protect yourself, to feel the need to not have to protect yourself around this person is very nice. Because again, they're so honest. You know what they're thinking. You know their intentions. You don't have to dip and dodge and wonder in a fucking set. Is pile 4 summer loving? Will they have a love this summer? Pile 4. I feel like this person's gonna have you thinking about them. Like, you're gonna be sweeping the floor at work and they're gonna pop into your head and you're gonna be like, ew, what is this? I don't just be thinking about people. People don't just occupy my brain space. So we have number 3 and number 8. It says beginnings, willingness, opportunities, fawn. And then we also have shaman spiral, awareness, practice, connection. Yeah, you're aware of the connection. You're aware of them. Like, some people, you know, try to get your number, try to flirt with you, try to, you know, persist, and you're just like, okay, yeah, and you already forget about them. And this is someone you are thinking about, someone that's staying on the brain, and you're like, I'm kind of willing to pursue this opportunity. And with practice, connection, I feel like you haven't been in a connection in a while. You haven't had a passionate adventure, romance, so why not now? Why not practice connection? You're aware of the feelings that could be developing. See how this could progress. See if things will click into place. All right. Pile 4. Are they summer loving? Is pile 4 loving this summer? I thought I seen a card. And I thought it was Capricorn. Maybe it flipped back. Okay. Summer loving, have me a blast. Pile 4. Are they summer loving? Yes. We have Mars with action. It says desire, impulses, courage, strength, competition, sex drive, thirst, impatience, excitement. Yeah, this goes back to this for me being impulsive and excited and passionate. So you take action. It's honestly, action card, I believe, also came out for pile 2, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I told them, that it is completely up to free will. You have to be willing to start this opportunity, to have a new beginning with somebody, and to have, to practice, again, connection, because you could be aware of the feelings, but it's something else entirely to act on them. So I feel like if you do have the courage to follow your impulses, to go after your desires, it could be beneficial. Like, it could be something you're really looking forward to. Who is this person with pile 4? Who is this summer love connection with pile 4? Too many cards. Who? I heard, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And you might be feeling adventurous enough to figure that out. Okay, yes, we have opportunity. Okay, that's opportunities twice now. Opportunities, opportunity. All right, it's kind of like open the window, let in some fresh air. There's this stale vibe in here. Okay, it says collaborates, possibilities for, open doors, communicates. We talked about communicate, develops, provides opportunity. So there's an opportunity. You just have to be willing to let it progress accordingly. We have how, why. How is this relationship coming into play? Why is this connection surfacing? We have Virgo energy. It says aligned, which makes me think divine timing, like the time is right, or it aligned because this also makes me think of travel, right? So say somebody, your potential partner for this summer, had a trip planned to Thailand, Japan, Peru, Philadelphia, Guatemala, Portland, Palm Springs, Plymouth meeting, Cape May, I'm hearing, and like something with an ocean. Anyway, it's aligned. So say in the past our plans were canceled, or say in the past you didn't work this job, or, you know, there's something that's very aligned and divine that you meet them at this time. Like, say it wasn't your shift and you picked up a shift for a friend that called out or something, or their travel plans were canceled and they had to get pushed back a year. Like, there's something so aligned about meeting them when you do. And it says witchy, nervous, perfectionist, healthy, accurate, solitary, ritualistic, pure. Yeah, I feel like, again, a set, a king and a queen. Dude, this does not come out. This is your set. This is your partner. This is who you rule the world with, right? And I feel like you guys with solitary in the card, I feel like you both are single or both haven't recently been in a relationship. And with this is making me think that you have a one hand on the thought of a relationship because you're not completely invested, but they have both hands. They are solid about this. They're ready to like pursue this is what's coming through for me. And then we have 133 on the time. All right, so then we're going to tap into what they find sexy about you. Oh, pile 4. What does the person they're going to have a summer romance with find sexy about them? Whoa. Did you see that? That is so disrespectful. Yeah, I'm under the impression, though, that maybe your job hires someone new or collaborates with something. There's a reason this person crosses your path. Okay, pile 4. Let's try this again. Pile 4. What does the person pile 4 will get with think is sexy about them? What is sexy about pile 4 according to this summer romance? We have the 10 of Wands. They like that you're a hard worker. They like that you're strong enough to do it all on your own, which is like the queen energy, right? A queen could rule all by herself. Don't need nobody. So you could run the ship. You could run the show. But they'll take it off your hands. But they could fix that for you. You can trust them that when you delegate a task, because maybe you're under the impression if I want it done right, I got to do it myself. But there's someone that you're going to end up being able to trust. We have the Chariot energy, which is Cancer. The Chariot is about all of the knowledge you've accumulated through your journey and the lessons you learned and stuff, and still persevering and pushing forward. So it's kind of like, yeah, all this shit happened to you in terms of love. Maybe, you know, you got dealt a shitty hand occasionally, but still pushing forward, still wanting to persist, still wanting to be in a relationship. Because I feel like you're so dissatisfied with connections because what you want, you haven't been able to find or hasn't been able to stick or something of the sort. So it's not that you don't want it. It's kind of like you're dissatisfied of what the dating pool is or what is being offered, or maybe you're like, no one is awake while when I'm awake. Like, no one likes the things I like. I don't know. It's something like there's this disconnect between similarities, or like no one's a night owl like me. No one, I don't know, something. Maybe something about being interracial. Nobody knows what it's like to be an Oreo or something. I don't know. But anyway, we also have the World, which goes back to that travel energy. So it's kind of like they finally were able to travel towards you. This is also the energy of fulfillment. And I told you felt like something was lacking. So it's like finally being fulfilled. For some of you travel, I feel as though you don't really care about your job. So if this person wants you to like blow off work and to hang out with them, or you're like thinking about doing that, if it's not every day, I mean, go have a summer romance. You've been waiting for it, right? You've been waiting to get off the production team and get into the cast, and here's your opportunity. I heard some of you have only been a PA to this person because you thought eventually they would read your script or they would give you the chance, you know? Or you've been working this job, you thought it was going to help you work your way up so that you could be a manager, you could be in the spotlight, you could take the lead. And it's kind of like, you've always had the power to be the main character. So if you want to be the one who's going out in the town and looking your best and, you know, living it up, and it's someone else's problem to clean up the drinks and mop the floor and whatever the case, like, go do that. Some of you also, you know, feel like you have to travel somewhere else to really embody this energy of being free. And it's like, okay, go plan a trip. We also have the High Priestess. I just realized I'm supposed to be telling you what they find sexy about you. They like that you have this little badass energy, little like, again, I can do it, I can get it done, like, I don't need your help, I can open my own jars. They like that you're kind of like independent and dominant. Some of you could be like a masculine girl or a feminine boy. Like, they like there's some type balance there, that yin yang balance. I feel like they like your body. And then when I said you could be a femme, whatever I just said, I feel like when it comes to body parts, like for intimacy, I feel like it doesn't matter. Okay, we have Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio on this card. I feel like this person could be pansexual. So they don't, it doesn't matter what you're going with, like your energy, your heart, the way you show up is what they really like. They like your smart ass mouth. They like your attitude. They like your like standoffishness. They like that you do everything on your own. They like your independence. They like your badassery. They like your confidence. They like that you have this like spiritual component, or there's like this mystery to you, or you kind of like, you're able to do it all on your own because you know it all. So they like your intelligence and that the way you demonstrate your intelligence. I feel like you don't push it in people's face. You don't do too much because mostly, again, you're dissatisfied. So you're like, I'm not trying to flex in this conversation. I'm not trying to drop dictionary words. Like, I know how to handle myself. And if it comes to that time where I have to reflect that, I will. But otherwise, I'm gonna just do me. Like, you're not constantly trying to portray a certain version of yourself. I feel like they very much like that. I feel like you're kind of covered up. Even though they like your body and what you look like, I feel like in public you're very much clothed. And they like that about you. I seen a vision of like someone looking in your shirt and they're like, yeah, zip that all the way up. I don't want anyone seeing what I get to see. Like, I'm not saying you don't wear skirts and you don't have your legs out sometimes, you know. But it's like they like that you're kind of reserved. Because it's like you save everything. You save it all for them. Then we have Four of Swords. Yeah, they like that you're calm. Like, you peep a lot. You have a sense of awareness. You know, you pay attention to detail, but you don't necessarily like call it out or bring attention to it. You're just like, I take note. I notice. And we also have the Queen of Cups. Which these two together, you're probably fucking psychic, okay? And they like that. You're intuitive. That's probably why you're so good at your job as a server in this customer service role, because you're already like getting the napkins, getting the stuff, getting the things you think they would need. And you're the same in a relationship. You're very much a provider, a giver, a lover. So you're like, oh, you probably need this. Here's this. I got that for you. And it's just like, oh. They can feel the love coming from you. And they find that sexy, that the way you love. But this is what I have for you, Pile 4. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated with you, be sure to comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, if you like the vibe, subscribe to the tribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye!